it says, chapter 4, verse 9, there therefore remains what? A rest for the people of God. Why? Because they didn't find that rest. And that rest, who brought it, were the lips of Paul. The apostles could not give you rest. To the contrary, the apostles did not form Christ in you. That's why Paul had to say, my little children, for whom I labor in birth until Christ is formed in you. The only one that can form Christ in a believer was the apostle Paul. No one else. The only one in biblical history was Paul, who formed Christ in you. The rest formed Moses. And Christ vainly preached vainly. It says, there remains therefore a rest for the people of God. For he who has entered his rest has himself also ceased of his works, as God did from him. How many have ceased from your works? It says, let us therefore be diligent to enter that rest, lest anyone fall according to the same example of disobedience. If you don't enter into the doctrine of the Apostle Paul, you are in disobedience. For 18 years, I was in disobedience, but I didn't know, because I was in apostasy. Thank God that it's been 16 years God delivered me and removed me from apostasy. Verse 12, for the word of God is alive and active and sharper than a two-edged sword, piercing even to the division of the soul and spirit and the joints and the marrows, and is the discerner of the thoughts and intentions of the heart. Therefore, the word of God comes to pierce and penetrate when you enter God's rest. This is the hospital of the dead. Enter into his rest. That ain't easy. The flesh loves to do works. The flesh likes to participate in works. No. Enter God's rest. Rest. Is God working? No. God entered his rest. Therefore, you should enter God's rest. God made everything. He made creation. He provided fishes for the world, the vegetarian. He provided for all the animals. He provided everything. He created humanity perfectly. The only thing that was lacked was for him to come and deliver us from the curse of darkness. And he dressed himself in flesh. He died and was risen and entered his rest. Do you lack anything? That is why Paul says, in him dwells the whole fullness of deity, and we are complete in him. The church is complete. Rest, my brother.